Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my April and May wrap-up and my June TBR. So I wasn't able to do an April wrap-up back in April because I was in the middle of finals and just was swamped, and then I came home and unpacked and I was just super busy, so I didn't really have the time to do it in a timely manner, but better late than never, I guess. Before I start, I just want to let you know if you hear any weird noises like sawing or banging or anything else, my dad is currently working on our deck, so there's construction noises and there was no break. Like, he just kind of kept going, so I was just like, I'm gonna film. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's jump into the books I read in April. So the first book I finished in April is my least favorite book that I have read all year, and that is Wink Poppy Midnight by Genevieve April Tolok. I don't actually have any idea how to pronounce her name. Tachok? I'm awful with names, as you know if you've seen any of my other videos. Basically, I really didn't like this book. You can ask my friend Sydney. Basically, I would put this book down every like 20 minutes or so and just be like, I don't want to read anymore. But it was so short, and it was just kind of like mocking me if I DNF'd it, and I really don't like DNFing books at all. So I pushed through and I finished this, and at first I was super generous and gave this like 3 stars, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's 2 stars. I gave it 2 stars, and even that's a little generous because I really did not enjoy this book. The main character of this book, well, actually there's 3 main characters. You follow 3 different perspectives, Wink, Poppy, and Midnight, and I really didn't like any of them. Midnight was fine. He was just like the least annoying of the 3. Poppy is supposed to be the bitch, so it like makes sense. Wink bothered me a lot. They say that she seems very childlike and very small, and she has tiny hands and tiny features and blah blah blah. Like, basically she is portrayed as this very childish character, but they're 17. So this very childish character is doing very non-childish things with a boy, and I'm just like disturbed. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, I get it, she's actually 17, but when you tell me that this girl looks like a kid, I am picturing an 8-year-old, and then no. There's magical realism going on in this, and I wasn't expecting that, so I think that's why it threw me off so much, because I was kind of just like, if you tell me there's magical realism in a novel and like it happens, I'm like, okay. If I wasn't expecting it, I'm kind of just like, it's dark, it's twisted, it's, I don't know, trying too hard in a lot of places, gets really slow in a lot of places. The ending was just not satisfying. No. Next up, I finished Brideshead Revisited by Evelyn Waugh. This book takes place in 20th century British culture. I can't remember. I think it's before World War II, before World War I. I can't remember. They've all like muddled together. I read this for my British literature class. My 20th century British literature class. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was just kind of an average read for me. It was good. The main character annoys me a lot. Basically, all the characters in this book annoy me. There's not a lot of likable characters. It's kind of a book about nothing in a way. It's really about character development and just like the path of these characters. There's not too much plot, like there's not something like that you're following. It's just mostly like the lives of these people, and it says a lot about the end of Arcadia in British culture and stuff like that. So it was really interesting, especially to discuss it in a classroom setting. It's just not something that is super my cup of tea, but I didn't hate it at all. Next up, we have one of my favorite reads of the year, and that is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Oh my god, you guys, I am obsessed with this book. Basically, y'all know it's a sci-fi space story told in a dossier of files and stuff. I love this. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like it because it is a space story and I don't love space, but this blew me away. I was so addicted to it. I couldn't put it down. I stayed up so late finishing this. 5 out of 5 stars for sure. Oh my god, if you have not read this, pick it up, please. Even if you don't like sci-fi and you don't like space, pick it up. It goes by so quickly. I love it. Love it. Next up, we have another for school book that I finished for a different class. This is for my Other Americas literature class, and that is The Farming of Bones by Edwidge Danicat. Basically, this follows a young girl during the Parsley Massacre in Haiti. I had never learned about the Parsley Massacre before reading this book, and honestly, it is one of the most messed up things that I have ever heard. Holy crap. Basically, this takes place over, like, the book takes place over, like, the period of, like, 40 years. Like, we kind of, like, skip forward a bunch, but wow, there were parts of this that were slow and you didn't, like, feel like a lot was happening, but when stuff did happen, it was like, what? Like, it was awful, but, like, engaging at the same time. Like, I say like a lot when I don't really know how to describe a book. No, this really opened my eyes to a lot of the stuff that happened in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Well, it actually happened more in the Dominican Republic than Haiti. It was on the border of the two. Basically, what happened was the leader of the Dominican Republic at the time, Trujillo, decided, you know, we don't want Haitians anymore in our country. Like, we're sick of them. And he did this thing where on the border, if you were suspected to be Haitian, so basically if you were darker skinned than other people, they would machete you to death. Like, they would cut people's faces off, just, you know, cut people's throats with machetes. Holy crap. And one of the ways that they would figure out if you were Haitian is by asking you how you pronounce parsley. And if you rolled your R, then you were Dominican, and if you didn't, you were Haitian and you were killed. So yeah, it killed like thousands of people or something like that, like an insane amount of people in like a week, like some really short amount of time. It's just amazing, like, how things like this I was not taught in, like, even world history. Something that's just, like, so awful. Like, the Trujillo regime in general is something that we talked about a lot in this class, and I had never really learned about it before. So now that I know about it, I'm just kind of like, guys, oh my god, everyone needs to read these books and get their eyes open, because holy crap. But I love that kind of historical fiction where they kind of talk about things that you didn't know happened and educate you on that. So that is definitely what this book did, and I think I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Last up for my in-school reads is Atonement by Ian McEwan. This is one of my all-time favorite books and was a reread for me, and I just loved it. I love it a lot. I still really enjoy it. I tried to read it on audiobook at first because I'd already read it, but it's just one of those books I just feel like isn't captivating through audiobook. Like, that sounds weird, but it's just not as captivating. I felt like a lot of the intricacies of this book were kind of lost in audiobook. I also hate being read to, so that probably didn't help. I just love this book. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. It takes place around World War II. That's all I'm going to say. And you don't see it coming. What this book's about, I honestly was just expecting another war book. No. No, no, no. Love it. 5 out of 5 stars. Great book. And another one of the best books I've read all year is Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, the sequel to Illuminae, obviously. Oh my god. I think I might like this one more than Illuminae. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good at picking favorites in that kind of thing because I love both of these so much. I'd have to reread them to pick. Oh my god, I love this. I love this. I love this. Yet again, I can't really tell you too much about it without giving it away. Yet again, another space story. They're on a space shuttle. Shit happens. It's amazing. It's so good. Oh my god. It's another one that I was like, I can't stop reading this. I can't stop reading this. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. And the next two are part of a series, the first one being Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I gave this 4 to 5 stars on Goodreads. This is another reread for me. I reread a lot of, well, just 2 books this month. This was another reread for me. I wanted to pick up the series again, but did not remember what the hell happened in this first book. I had some issues with it. I felt like it went really, really fast to the point where I was kind of like, what? Whoa, okay, wow. Like, it was very quick. Like, I felt like there wasn't a lot of build-up, and it was just kind of like a, oh, wow, okay, we're, like, getting into this. And that was pretty much the pace of this book, which is very, like, quick, 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 quick. Something was always happening, and I loved it. I loved the twist. I loved the turns. She does such good plot twists. It was so good. I really enjoyed it, and I was really looking forward to the second one. Glass Sword. Gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I feel like the opposite problem was going on in this one. So the first one, I was like, this is really quick, like really quick. Like, there were moments where I was like, can we like slow down for a second? I felt like this had the opposite problem. I also think I cared a lot less about this one. I don't know why. I felt like there was a lot of like, not sitting around, but like summary of events that just felt, the pacing was off, I think. There was stuff that happened in this that was like very intriguing and very interesting and very like quick paced and like good, but I felt like the pacing throughout the entire novel was just kind of off, where that I didn't care as much as I did the first one. The main character in this series does piss me off because I feel like the choices she makes are just like, huh? And, you know, I like Cal, I like Keylorn, I like Farley, I really like Shade, you know, stuff like that. I like those, but Mare, every decision she makes, I'm like, she's very selfish. And it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, you didn't learn it all. All right, this is another mistake you're making again. All right, whatever. So that's it for all of the books I read in April and May, and now I'm going to get into the books that I am planning on reading in June. So, as you may have been able to guess, I am currently reading King's Cage. This is taking me forever. I started this probably like 10 days ago, and I'm only in, or not 10 days, maybe like a week ago, and I'm only on like page 150, maybe. I just can't get into it. It feels almost like torture. I think I'm more invested in this one, but I really may not be because it's taking me the longest time to read. Honestly, if you were to ask me right now what's going on, I'm not sure. Okay, I remember what's going on. I'm a little bit more invested. I'm a little bit more into the setting that we're in this one rather than the second one. But I'm trying. I don't like giving up on series, but so I'm gonna finish that. And the only other book I'm planning on reading in June, mostly because I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now, is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Obviously, the third one has already come out. It just came out, and everybody's freaking out about it. And I haven't even started this trilogy series. I don't really know what to call it. People are confusing me as far as this goes. I've never read a Sarah J. Maas book. I own Throne of Glass. I've not really gotten into it yet, but I really do want to pick this up just because I keep hearing such amazing things. I'm like at a point where every time I see it on my shelf, I'm like, I need to pick that up. I need to pick that up. I already bought the sequel, so it's just like, no excuses. Read it. So that is it for my April and May wrap up and my June TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye!